All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Raiders content, so hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys enjoy it. Now, the Raiders have won 3 straight football games, and I keep talking, about how this team is going to win out and make the playoffs and finish 10-7. A win against the Chargers this past weekend pushes their playoff chances up to 16%, and what I'm saying here is I'm going to just keep riding the momentum. Now, the Rams are the Thursday night matchup, so 2 nights from now, at the time of this recording, the Raiders will be playing the struggling Rams, who are actually statistically one of the worst teams in football this season. Matt Stafford is done for the year, but they did pick up Baker Mayfield earlier today. Watching Baker over the last couple of years, I feel good. I definitely feel good. The Raiders' offense is what's been the difference. And I know the Rams, even though they're all banged up and the season has gone abysmally for them, they're still playing good defense. But on the contrary, the Raiders' offense has finally been clicking. They've finally been clicking. For starters, Josh Jacobs is having a phenomenal season. He's just one of 4 running backs in the league to have at least 10 rushing touchdowns. He has over 1,300 yards on the season, and there's still 5 games left. So he's having a career year. He's about to get paid. But the Raiders' offense in the last 3 weeks, in the last 3 wins, I should say, they've averaged just about 30 points. So they're back up to a top 10 offense, and they're putting up points on the board. And it's not always going to be pretty, but they're finding ways to win now. All right, they're finding ways to win, and it's being led by Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, and Davante Adams, the best receiver in the National Football League. But if the Raiders, interesting stat here, if the Raiders were to actually win out, right, which is something I've been saying, trying to manifest it here, and we'll talk about that in just a minute, they have a 95% chance to make the playoffs if they win their next 5. All right. Now, that would mean they would have won their last 8 games of the season. But, hey, last year was pretty crazy. Fired your head coach, went through some turmoil through the first half of the season, rallied the troops, won your last 4 games, and actually almost took down the Cincinnati Bengals, the eventual AFC Championship team. So anything is possible, man. And I'm loving that these guys are having a lot of fun right now. I'm loving just the culture, the momentum. The vibe has completely shifted since they lost to Jeff Saturday in his debut coaching the Indianapolis Colts. The vibe's completely shifted. A lot of you guys refer to it as Crygate. Broncos and Seattle, 2 difficult teams to beat on the road. They took them both down, and they got a nice, impressive divisional win against the Chargers this past weekend. Now, the Rams, I'm not too worried about. The Patriots are the week after. When I look at the Patriots, I realize that the Patriots have a really good defense. However, they only have 2 wins on the season of beating teams with an above 500 record, and those 2 teams were the New York Jets. I'm not sold on the New York Jets. They have one of the best defenses in the league, but Zach Wilson was a quarterback, so I'm not putting too much stock into that. The Pittsburgh Steelers are an enticing, interesting team. Same thing with San Francisco. San Francisco's got a very good defense. However, Jimmy G's out for the season, so the way I see it is the next 4 games, or the next 3 games, I should say, are extremely beatable. They're extremely winnable. 3-4 games. Rams, Patriots, Steelers, 49ers. Then you finish it off the season with the Chiefs. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I really like the direction that this team is trending in. I mean, Derek Carr will be getting Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller back at some point. I don't think it's going to happen Thursday for either player. I would lean more towards Darren Waller being ready to go over Hunter, but I've been getting some questions, some comments from you guys saying, is it going to mess with their chemistry? If it does, there's a big issue, but I don't see any reason why it would. Hunter Renfrow in Josh McDaniels' offense so far this season, it's been terrible. We're just keeping it a buck, calling a spade a spade. It's been terrible. Same thing with Darren Waller. Actually, Darren Waller's first 2 weeks were solid. Then the drop started happening, and he finished, his last 2 weeks before he got injured were not good at all. But there's no way to me that Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow coming back hurt the Raiders in any way, shape, or form. So to me, it's just a week-to-week thing. Get the job done on Thursday against the Rams. We'll do a preview video tomorrow for you guys, but just win, baby. Just win, baby, and the rest will take care of itself. But my priority, my top thing is just you can't lose. This Raiders team, they can't lose. But here's the good news. The silver lining is, even if the Raiders finish off the season like 4-1, it's still such a change from the way the season started. Let me know what you guys are feeling about Thursday's game against the Rams, and let me know, is this team going to make the playoffs? Hit that like button, hit that sub button. I'll see you guys there.